because of the name Winston.
Winston.
That makes him out, that makes out his government name.
No, but he's not an Israelite anymore, is he?
Yeah,
he's not, man. He's a heathen. Matthew 18 and 15. So we can't call him Lackamer. We call him Winston Hooper.
Yeah.
Y'all both shoot on shot.
And like you said, it was the spirit that made you do that, man.
Mate, I go according to how the spirit. I do. I'm a spiritual guy completely.
Yeah.
If the spirit tells me to do something, I ain't gonna hold my foot back. I'm not gonna be an expensive mentality. Yeah, that's why I left it alone, But now the spirit, I'm happy we're together now, because if you ask the word, I was still teaching to the word, The whole time the thing was going on, I was like, why can't we just come together? And the word said, in the end, we're gonna come together. Here we are, man. I'm happy to see you, man. I'm happy to see you. He's
You got Ishmaelites over there as well. Although we had a discussion on the phone and all of that stuff, but it's all right, because at the end of the day, right, we all grown in this thing, regardless of, if I got 4 years of this or that, right? At the end of the day, it's important, because the thing about it is, the same sort of thing I've been in
Yeah, unity, innit? It's a beautiful thing when brothers come together in unity, innit, huh?
Now that's what it is. Right, you got stuff. Right. It didn't manifest. Yes, I mean, it's all in due time, right?
What's up? Anyway, let's get the signs up.
The bar, I want to do is just, I'm gonna stay here for,
You put that picture in the group, yeah?
No, what time is it now? Yeah, I tell you what I'll do is this. Probably stay around to 30 minutes or so. Actually, I probably could stay another hour, 30, and then go back to our Russell. So take your time building and stuff like that.
We'll go back to your camp.
Yeah, because he's got the sign as well, so.
Oh, he's the other brother, yeah?
Yeah. I might as well just go down there and help.
Yeah. And when we do that on camp location, get a hub as well.
Yeah.
Can you believe Lackamer said I can't come to camp? And he told me to tell him.
That's what he said, right?
And he told me to tell him. He told me to tell him, man. How can you tell someone you can't come to camp? Yeah. The camp belongs to you, man.
Wicked, man.
And rather than be a man and do himself, he said, I do it. I didn't want comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
I said that to a hub. And it's not like a hub did anything to him. A hub did something to me. And I didn't have a problem with a hub. So what's his problem? I should be telling a hub, I don't want to deal with you. Not you.
You know the reason though?
Huh?
Because he was saying,
Yeah, he says you're disturbing.
Alright, I'll do it.
But if you don't like it, you can say to him, you're saying to him.
Right, okay, now I will tell you this. Now I will tell you this. It's up to you.
I don't get, you know what I mean? I'm keeping calm. Oh, that's all right. So I didn't know what to do, and I kept myself. They left. They didn't ignore it. And the man got certain man left the truck. Which is, you're supposed to do that. And then it goes back to yeah, the man that left, he walked to the school. The man that left, the rest of the man, he enjoyed it. And that's where you're trying to make it out. Like, that's where you can build up. And I was thinking, we'll build an account. It's all kind of everything. Yeah. I saw things, I kept on building it. That's why I said, yeah, but it's my trade, and I told him it's my trade. And I even told him a couple of times, but when I was saying
yeah, can do.
don't let him do that to you. Go and talk to him face to face. That's what I said to Ahab. Don't just take that like that. Go and talk to him and tell him he's off. Face to face. And then if he carries on, then you put it out.
Jak не există pe ce spune ea.
When he left Jamaica, he was back in it now. I was teaching. I was getting Ellie. You've got to be jealous, that's what I'm saying, guys. I don't know why it's not. Cute video, but yeah, so I'm saying. It's a good video. You've still got to be careful the first page. Everything else is on. Hey, let's get this started.
You want my garment? You want my garment?
All you niggas that were saying the apostles are rapists.
When I wear it, I'll screw it up in it. I've got my garment, this one. I used to wear my stuff.
You want to use my one?
I'll screw up the garment. What this garment? I mean,
I know the poncho thing, isn't it? Yeah? Yeah. It's alright, wear it, innit? It's nothing to.
Taz, do you want to come a bit closer, yeah?
Right, okay. You want to come a bit, because if the police come, they're going to tell you to move forward. So move forward a bit. Yeah, come forward. Because if the police come, they're going to say, oh, this is railway property. We always used to get that. So if you move forward here, move forward a bit. Yeah.
Okay, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this enterprise, this kingdom, okay, this wicked society, okay, ruled and dominated by Esau, the so-called red man. Okay, you know him as the so-called white man. Okay, once again, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics are Israelites, man. You're the people written off inside the Bible. Okay? You're not spics, you're not niggas, and you're not blacks. Okay? You're not Negroes, or any of these bad words, okay, that you refer to yourselves as being. Alright? And we're gonna start by saying Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Okay? Yahweh is the name of the Most High. Yah meaning He. Hawa meaning exists. Okay, or is to be. Alright? And Yahweh Shai is the name of His first creation, man. His word. Okay? Okay? Who is our deliverer? Yah meaning He. Hawa Shai meaning deliverer. Because He's coming to who? Deliver the elect of the nation of Yashar'Allah. That's who we are, man. We have an identity, okay? We have a history, we have a culture. This is a nationalist thing, man. Alright? Not a religion. Alright? Some people say, oh, you Muslims. Okay, you're a cult. No, we're a group of brothers that's woken up to who we are.
That's right.
Alright? Okay, and we're out here in our right mind, okay, condemning those that have oppressed us, that have done us wrong. Hoping that, give me the scripture where it says, the righteous man will stand.
You were there, for some reason, I do want to spend somewhere else. So when the doorbell
Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Now, when we stand out here, what we see is a lot of these heathens, they're smiling at us. They're to make mockery of us, and it's a joke. You know why? Because curses are on us. You understand? The Most High brought us low, made us a byword and a proverb among all nations. Alright? We have no power, we stand before them. You know? So we don't have our own economy, we don't have nothing. So therefore they look down on us as though we're nothing. But little do they know, we're about to read that again.
Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
This is the Israelite man who's in his right state of mind. Not one of them little Uncle Tom, loving everybody, Christian, fructified, alright? Talking about God loves everybody, a mama's boy. This is a so-called black man, okay, or a so-called Hispanic Latino man that's woken up to who he is, man, and has a spirit of uprightness, man, that knows who his enemies are. Alright? And the scripture says he was standing in great boldness, okay, because he's in the spirit of Jeremiah, man. Jeremiah, he read the book of Lamentations, and he saw the condition of his people. And he saw how the enemy was basically benefiting from the destruction of his own people. And he read that book of Lamentations, and you can tell he had great passion when he read that book. So here's that man stand up in great boldness against such as has afflicted him and made no account of his neighbors. Here it is. They call this place Great Britain, right? What made Britain great? Us. Us, man. We made, why do you think Barclays Bank, Lloyds, Santander, the Bank of England, they got all their monies to make all these banks off of us, man. Slaves in the plantations in the States, man, in the USA. Okay? They were picking cotton, sugar, okay, cocoa beans. And the white man was trading all those things, man. bringing it all back to, because you had slave traders from Liverpool and Bristol that went to West Africa, got the slaves and that, brought them to the Americas and the plantations in the Caribbean islands, and then went there and sold the slaves there and brought back any goods, any like cocoa beans, sugar, anything like that, and brought it back to England and brought all those riches to England and stuff, man. Alright? England became great. The economy of England is slave related. Alright. Slave related. But in England, we can look at it criminals. I know, because I work with crackers, man. I know how they look at us. They look at us like we're criminals. I ain't done that. I was riding, because I work for Liverpool. I work for Uber and that, alright? And I do deliveries, and I do food drop-offs to these rich like apartments and stuff like that. So I know how these crackers live, man. I know how these heathens, how they got money, and I know how they look at us, man. They don't look at us and say, yeah, England was the greatness of Britain. Really, Britain would be nothing with us. Would be nothing. These Edomites, you see all decked out, wine and dine, expensive restaurants and that. The reason why they can do that is because of us, man. They'd have nothing, they'd be nothing. But the scriptures say they made no account of our labors. And now we're out here, because why? Because we're men of honor, man. We might not be fucking righteous and shit, like completely perfect, but we have a spirit of righteousness. We believe in being upright, man. Standing up against the wickedness. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. They say a righteous man will stand up in great boldness against such as afflicted and made no account. Esau's afflicted us, man. And these other dogs, the scriptures talk about how Lazarus was at the gate of the rich man, laid up with sores, and dogs was licking his roots. The dogs were meaning these other nations, man. These other nations, they're benefiting from our destruction as well, man. These Arabs, these East Indians, they got all their little, their weave, they're selling their weaves, benefiting from the curses that's on the nigger woman, the black woman. Excuse me.
Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Because these heathens, they don't see it, man. They don't see that there's going to be a resurrection of our people. They don't see that same men, same people who they were exploiting and using for their own personal gain, okay, benefiting from our destruction, living good, okay, wining and dining to our expense. They don't consider that them same so-called Negroes are going to wind up ruling over them, man.
That's right.
That they're going to become Lazarus and we're going to be the rich man. I can't wait until that trading of places, man. Brothers in the spirit know what I'm talking about, man. Feel the same way. The scriptures say they shall be amazed, great amazement at the strangeness of what? Our salvation. You know what the word salvation means? It means preservation or deliverance from destruction. Alright? The scriptures talk about how their enemies beheld them as we were being delivered up into the cloud. Get that in give me Revelations 1. Revelations 1. They said the enemy came from 1 verse 7. You can read that, but there's another one, Revelations 11. Yeah, that one, verse 12.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 12. And they have heard a great voice from the heavens saying unto them, Come up hither. And they be ascended up to heaven in the clouds, and their enemies beheld them.
And our enemies beheld them. Okay? Them that made no account of our labors beheld us being the strangeness of our salvation. They beheld the strangeness of our salvation. That's going to be a glorious day, man. Okay? That's going to be a glorious day when we're delivered, man. The scriptures talk about how we'll be delivered from our enemies or from the hand of all them that hate us. Give me that in on. Read that verse again. Is that I like that verse.
Revelations 11 verse 12. And they heard a great voice from the heavens saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in the cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Right, so we're gonna be beamed up with the chariots. That's what the cloud is. Alright? We're gonna be beamed up into what the so-called white man calls UFOs. I've seen them for myself. I'm going up bugging out, I'm going up crazy. I've seen them for myself. I saw a flock of them, they were appearing and reappearing. And there was one that kept twisting around and they kept flashing kind of amber, kind of firing. And I knew it wasn't an aeroplane because aeroplanes just go in a straight line. This one was like twisting and it was glowing like amber, fiery color, man, in the sky. The whole camp, the London Central camp, we were saw it, man. So we've seen the chariots. And so I'm fully confirmed that these things is gonna happen, man. I'm fully confirmed. You understand? And all brothers should feel the same way. The scriptures say you gotta seek out your own soul salvation. So every man, you gotta know for yourself that this is real, man. The scriptures say that there's gonna be a time where those same men that were standing up in great boldness, we're gonna be ascending up into clouds, man. And them same motherfuckers that are out here scorning and making mockery, they're gonna see us being up in the chariots, man. Alright? And our enemies beheld them. Meaning what? We have enemies, man. God damn it, we got enemies. Niggas don't wanna see them. Nah, but black people, they're bad too. We got enemies among our own people too. That's the first thing a nigga wanna say, man. Second, you say Esau's the enemy. Black people, they're bad too. He just wants to justify Esau. People say we have enemies. And they made no account of our labors. There's a lot of things that we've done in this society that people just think that we're just drug addicts, women are prostitutes, whores, the men are all bad, they're all rude. They just have a stereotypical racist mentality towards us, man. But they don't realize that they're operating in the spirit of the curses, man. Now really that we're underneath and this is what brothers and any believing sisters gotta know. Right now we're underneath the bad vibration of the Most High right now. The Most High is against us because we were against him. Alright? And I'm speaking to brothers and sisters that are spiritual. But it is a spiritual thing. Okay? So it's good to say that we're gonna be beamed up to a cloud and our enemies are gonna behold us, man. And they're gonna be shitting themselves.
I was looking for Revelation. I thought they justified the so hold on. They justified No, I ain't good. I was going to ask.
Guys, King Solomon was born in Ethiopia.
Right, this is Psalms chapter 104 verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots.
Maketh the clouds his chariot, man.
Who said that?
So the scriptures answer itself. Or you're just interpreting the way you want to interpret.
Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, but we just broke it down to you. Making the clouds his chariot. Okay? Because back then our ancestors, because you have to understand, we were the ones that authorized the books of the Bible. The book of Jeremiah, the book of Daniel. And we didn't refer to it as UFOs, man. That's the white man's terminology. We say so-called UFOs so you can understand what we're talking about. But those are really the military of the Most High. That's his army. Okay? Where we at? Go back to Wisdom of Solomon.
Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Yeah, and that means you hate Esau. You gotta learn to hate Esau. Most High hates Esau. I told you that in Malachi. I told you that in Romans, the 9th chapter. Reiterating what Malachi said. Okay? The Most High hates Esau, man. You so-called red people, man. Okay?
before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
That's what we want. The scriptures say that they're going to be troubled with terrible fear. Because right now Esau is proud and he's arrogant. He's proud and he's arrogant. Aren't you so-called white people proud and arrogant? You speak English? Aren't so-called white people known for being proud and arrogant? Speechless.
Confounded.
You see, that's the thing with Esau, you know. When you put him on the spot, he ain't got nothing to say.
Aren't you so-called white people proud and arrogant? You think you have the whole world on lock, man? Don't you know that you're about to fall from your power? The power of you so-called white people is coming to come to an end, man.
That's right!
Your power is falling, man. It's going to end in great nuclear destruction. Okay? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Come!
See it? You red devils, man. Death follows you wherever you go in this earth, man. Wherever you devils go, death follows you, man. You are the physical incarnation of death, man, on the planet Earth. Habakkuk said it himself. You are death, man. You are against life, man. You are anti-life. That's why you have no melanin. You got things what you call vitiligo, which comes from the word vitality, because you have lack of vitality.
That's right!
Devils, man. Wait. Let him get.
Right, this is Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up in him, is not upright.
No. Has anyone got a mobile phone? Just hold it. Look up the word. Lift it up. Because we're going to go into some certain words. I want to break it down nicely. Sorry, I'll go with this.
Right, this is...
Wait. This is... I want to get out of the problem. Habakkuk 2 and 4. So, look at the word lifted up. The word there is to lift up, or swell, be lifted up. To swell, to be bold, be swelled, to presume, be heedless. Right? Because Esau don't take heed. He just does what he wants, and he doesn't take heed to whatever a man sow, that shall he also reap, man. When you so-called red people, you so-called red devils, okay, you rednecks, man, Edomites, you went around the world slaughtering everybody by the millions and billions, okay, stealing people's land. You wasn't thinking inside your mind that there's gonna be a recompense for all the killing that you've done. Sometimes the amount of killing you've done, sometimes I question if you're even human at all. The amount of killing you've done, if you're even from the same planet as us, man. Every single indigenous people that you come across, you screwed them over, you took their land from them. And then you got the nerve to call them the criminals. The people that you're killing, you call them the criminals. When you're the one killing them, you twisted motherfuckers. Hold on, let me just. It says to be heedless, man. Show heedlessness. And you know how he's proud. Give me First Maccabees chapter 1. Start from the top. We're going to show you that this is talking about Esau. The scriptures say the soul that is lifted up in him is not upright in him. The scriptures say his soul is lifted. That's the key point. Soul that is lifted up in him.
Right, this is 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1. And it happened after that, Alexander the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Okay, so if you know anything about antiquity or ancient history, you know that the Medo-Persians was taken down by a man called Alexander, who they say is the Great. Alexander the Greek, so you can understand. Okay, the king of the Greeks. Now you can read about that in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. Okay, you had the second beast, which was the Medo-Persian. Then you had the third beast, which had the head of like a leopard. That was Alexander the Greek. We're reading about it. Go ahead.
Right. And made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
You hear that? It said his heart was lifted up. Go ahead.
And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries, and nations, and kings, who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had brought up, and were brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive.
Right, so the main point there is that he said his heart was lifted up. Now what did we read in Habakkuk? He said that the soul which is lifted up in him is not upright. And we're going to look up the word upright. Right? It says, let me look up the word upright. It says to be right, to be straight, be level, be upright. Alright? Esau's not upright. When I say Esau, I'm talking about so-called white man and white woman. And the second I said that, she had to keep it moving, man. Because you devils, you like to call people criminals, but when the spotlight's put on you, you run your ass down the road, man. The scriptures say, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous what? Stand up in great boldness against such as who have afflicted them, man. Stand up in great boldness like a lion. And that's what happens, man. That's prophecy being unraveled every time we come out here. Because right now, this is the only power that the so-called black man has. It's the Bible. That's the only power that we have. I know that there's certain so-called black men out there that want to start up their own economy, start up their own little thing. They got their own passion. They want to start and say, you know, we can get together and build our own economy, have our own businesses, teach our children. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, we tried that all before, and it hasn't worked out. You're trying to be the next Marcus Garvey, the next Malcolm X, and they were all failures, man. They were all failures. Martin Luther King, excuse me. Okay, they all tried and they failed. You know why? Because they felt the Most High didn't give them the understanding to know that this is Esau's time to rule. This is his time. You had previous examples during the Roman Empire. We had certain men that tried to revolt against the Roman Empire, and they were all destroyed, man. That goes to Romans the 13th chapter. That's good, but I want everything to be ordered right. Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, sir, excuse me. I was in the middle of something, excuse me. Romans 13, yeah. So it says to be upright, alright? And Esau's not upright. Be just, and Esau's not just. It says be just, that's part of being upright. Esau's not just, man. Look at all this thing. Here it is. You say the black man, he's a thief. He's Esau's the biggest thief on the planet. Esau's the biggest thief. Think about how did he get into power? Here he is, he only represents 10% of the world's population. And his land, where he came from, the decadence that the low land that he came from doesn't have any natural valuable resources. So how the hell did the people that came from that have power over the rest of the 90%? Through robbing, killing, murdering, and deceiving. The thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and to destroy, man. You know, riches got by deceit. Okay, and for injuries, the kingdom shall be translated from one people to another. Esau got riches by deception, man, by thieving, by stealing. Okay, so how can Esau therefore be just? Okay, the so-called white man, this whole being, his whole living is all based off of murder, man. Of injustice. It says, be lawful, be smooth, to go straight, be agreeable, be right. Okay? To make right, to lead direct, to esteem right, approve. Alright? And that's pretty much it. Alright? And it also says basically to be straight. Esau's not straight. Esau deals with that indirection. You know, he's a deceiver. You know, like the black man's more straightforward. He tells you basically just keeps it real with you 100%. Esau's the devil. He doesn't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? He'll say one thing, but he really means another thing. That's why the native Indians call him a fork tongue. Because he'll say one thing, but he'll really mean something else. Esau's doesn't deal with that. He's crafty, he's cunning. Scriptures call him a serpent. A serpent doesn't deal straightforward. A serpent is cunning. And when you look at the word serpent, it means a creature of wisdom or cunning. That's how Esau deals. His whole system is not straightforward. It's slick, man. He has a very slick system. Okay.
And plus, the Bible says, how can you make something straight what he's made crooked?
Exactly.
You understand?
I was looking at that the other day. How can you make something straight that was made to be crooked? And the scripture says he's a vessel unto dishonor.
You can go somewhere like,
Right? Esau's going to we're going to read on
Right, it's First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, everyone in his place.
And let me just say this, Alexander the Greek, he wasn't straight, he was a faggot. He was better. He was better. I was watching a movie called Alexander, Director's Cut, and he was getting in bed with the mediocre Persian boys, man. There was a clip where he was allowing certain homosexual mediocre Persians to get into bed with him and shit like that. And he was a homo. He was a gay man, a sodomite man. Okay? So the scripture said he's lifted up, but he's not upright. Alexander the Greek, he was the perfect example of that. Read on.
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years.
Right, so those 4 guys that were under him, that split his kingdom into 4, was Lysimachus, Cassander, Seleucus, and Ptolemy. Alright? And they ruled in his stead after his death. You know?
And evils was multiplied in the earth.
You hear that? It said evils were multiplied in the earth, man. It shows you that this man, he's the wicked. And the reason why I said evils were multiplied in the earth, there's a reason why that verse is there, man. To show you that they're the wicked. They are the wicked. Let's go back to Habakkuk. Have you got something? Oh no, that's
Right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith.
Why are we going to live by faith? Give me Romans 13 verse 9. It said the just shall live by faith. Go ahead. Yeah, go on.
Romans 13 verse 9. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Oh no, 13 verse 9. Yeah. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not.
No, that's so Revelation.
Oh, Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Stop, now read that again.
If any man, Romans 13 verse 9.
Revelation.
Revelation 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right, so we all have a spiritual ear to hear. Okay, so, because it doesn't say Esau, it doesn't say the white man. So you gotta be able to see with your eyes, man. Because your mind's, you gotta use your mind's eye to see who this is talking about. What?
He that leaveth in captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So these are the things that you so-called white people are guilty of. For leading the children of Israel into captivity. There's a scripture that say, Jacob is the apple of my eye, to him that touch him shall offend. You know what it is? Zechariah 2 verse 8.
Right, this is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye.
Right, and you dirty, low-life Edomites, man. How dare you? Look at you, man. You dirty Edomites. Here it is, you would dare to put your dirty leprous hand on us. For centuries. Imagine that, for centuries these devils were touching us. You'd be standing there lined up, butt naked. And they'd on auction blocks and they'd be feeding your body up. Their dirty, grubby hands was all over you. All over your woman, touching her breast, feeding her. These devils had their dirty hands on us, man. So that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm alive now and that I wasn't kind of in slavery, because imagine what they were doing to us in slavery. They could do to us whatever they pleased. We had no rights. We literally had no rights. They could pop your woman, gang rape her. Imagine what we were enduring psychologically, physically and psychologically, mentally. How we were suffering. You really think they cared? These devils, they were proud. Look at the black and white lynchings, man. They didn't have a drop of remorse. They were posing this shit.
Smiling pictures.
The motherfuckers were posing. And then you know what? Then our people would think that the best thing is to be just like, we want to be just like white people. We want to be going to bed with them and marry them. Our people are insane, man. Our people are crazy. After all the pain, they've lynched us, they've attacked us, what they've done to us in the past, what they're still doing to us now, and what they're going to do to us in the future. And our people, they want their children to be just like them. They want to send their children to the white man's schools to learn from them. And you wonder why your children come out with self-hatred. Because really you're not meant to be sending your children to fucking white man's schools. You're already meant to be teaching them about the deliverance, man. You're meant to be schooling them in the scriptures, man.
But now you don't send your children to school. The white man could persecute you for that, man.
Exactly. So Esau's got us cornered off.
Devil, man. Devil.
You understand? Scripture say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So that's the judgment for you so-called red people, you so-called white people. You gotta go into slavery, man. And you shouldn't be so surprised. You know, you shouldn't be so surprised. You shouldn't be so surprised that the same sword you used to cut people down, that same sword is coming back to visit you.
That's right.
That's a spiritual thing. See, you Edomites, you think you're God, man. You think you're the one defining and telling people what it is. You're gonna realize that you're subject to the laws of the Most High, man. You're gonna realize that there's an entity above you that's going to judge you. Okay? Esau's about to realize that there's a God, man. That there's a power.
No,
that's beyond
I
him,
don't
man.
think like that, brother. I think
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, man. If you're an Edomite, you're going down. And that beer in your hand, man.
That's right.
Read that on Revelation 13 and 9.
Right.
Let him read it.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leaveth in captivity shall go in captivity.
Right, so it said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right, because who led? They said he, meaning a man. A man led another people into captivity. Us. That's global knowledge. The Chinese, the Japanese, the East Indians, everybody knows that the so-called blacks or so-called Negroes went into captivity. They were sold on auction blocks. They were shamed and humiliated, raped, taken by force into a condition that they didn't want to go into. Forced labor. They were put on plantations. Esau makes movies about it time to time. Alright? They made a mockery of us. Like this thing. Like these things here, man. Alright? They took our children away from us. Alright? Alligator bits. Alright? They packed us on a ship with sardines. Now, when you read about the history of this, and you read about how we were taken from one side of the earth and packed up like sardines, side by side and bunched together on a ship and sent to another side of the world, man. When you read about those things and it doesn't hurt you or bring tear to your eye, then I wouldn't know how to describe it. I wouldn't know how to describe it. Alright? Because you have a lot of our people that want to marry the cracker, man. They want to get into bed and be just like him. You see the madness that our people are doing. You want to be just like him. Just like the people that have caused you the greatest pain on the planet. That have lynched you, murdered you. What they're doing to you in the past, what they're doing to you now, and what they're going to do to you in the future. You want to be just like them. The people that have done all this to your ancestors, it's almost like a Negro don't have no integrity, like no dignity. What's wrong with it? That's all. Every the ways of oppressing. We read that again. Revelation. Because remember, centuries without having any rights. Could rape your women, gang rape her, sodomize the young boys. Esau, the so-called white man, not righteous. You're not righteous, man. He wasn't ruling with the laws and commandments. He went around with the Bible. So he's a criminal according to his own religion. He went around with the Bible, being calling himself what? The Puritan. But yeah, he's a criminal according to his own gospel. You know, the scripture said, talk about a hypocrite. His joy is but for a moment. Esau is a criminal, man. When I look at this so-called white man, You have to pay for the crimes you've committed, man.
That's right.
You so-called white people have to pay for your crime.
I've committed no crime.
You're correct. You have lived off of crime and murder. You red bastards, man. And the scriptures say that Judah is going to be on the neck of his enemy. Alright? It said that in Genesis chapter 49. Right? Judah shall be in the neck of his enemy. Alright? Our people want to be like these devils, want to hang around with them and be with them, and think that the only way to elevate themselves in the world is to be like them. The murderers of your people. No matter how low condition your people are in, you don't turn your back on them. No matter how wicked they become. You must learn how to love yourself. And part of loving yourself is coming back onto this. And it will be taught to you how to love yourself. Honor, dignity, and integrity. So the average Negro don't probably never heard of those words before. They probably don't even know what the word means. This is the school system. This is what you learn, right? Not the white man's school system. You think these people love you? You gonna send your children to them? You think they care about you? Why do you think you go to school when you don't learn about the 1,000-year period between the Roman Empire and to the Renaissance period? They call it the Dark Ages, a period of ignorance. The reason why they call it that is because they don't want to teach about how we were in rulership during that time. We were ruling all Europe. So you're never going to get the truth from your enemy. Read that.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Esau's got a goal, man. Because you ruled by the sword. The so-called red man.
Yeah, boy.
You ruled by the sword. Killing, murdering, stealing. Living good at other people's expenses are expense.
That's right.
Right? You see that? You devils have to pay. Because you are the wicked, according to the Bible. You so-called white people.
That's right.
You are the Edomites. Wicked. So-called white man. White man. White, you call yourself white? Where you from? Human. Oh, you're human. Oh, okay. You're human. Okay, you're human. What does human mean? So you're the humans that go around. Huh?
Do you piss and shit the same as us?
Now what is human? Human is color, right?
Human.
Human.